Alright guys, welcome. This is episode 1 of the Street Poker Hub Bankroll Challenge. Starting with $500 bankroll, playing all US sites, starting with Ignition Casino, fast fold format, zone poker. We've got King 6 suited, open under the gun, get a caller from middle position, and the big blind. King 6-5, 2 spades, top 2 here. I'm just going to go for a big bet since it's multi-way, get max value. Any flush draw or straight draw he's going to call, any king he's going to call, so I don't see much point in going small here. I'm going to go for full pot on the turn, same reasoning. And then the 10. So what can I get value from? Maybe king jack, king 9, king 8. So actually I'm going to check and give him a chance to maybe bluff miss spades. We'll see what he does here. Oh, and he just checks it back. Not sure what we could have got called with there. Alright, ace 8 offsuit in the small blind. Easy open. Gonna throw in the non-standard 5x. You gotta mix it up a little on these guys. You can't just play like GTO Wizard tells you. Oh, he calls. So my standard strategy out of position is to just check range, except on ace high boards. I'm trying, okay, so yeah, nothing really going here. I'll just let it go. Maybe have the best hand, but the goal of this bankroll challenge is to show you you can implement a simplified strategy and still win up to small and mid stakes in these no limit hold'em cash games. The internet will have you believe you have to be some type of GTO wizard, which is not true. And in some cases, this may even hurt you. I got 6s in the cutoff, standard open, so multi-way. We don't have much going, but they shouldn't really hit this board very much. It's better for me. This guy will also be in the tough spot of being sandwiched in between us, so he's going to have to overfold. And so I think we have an easy c-bet there. And we take it down. 6 deuce, a little too weak for me. King queen offsuit in the big blind, facing a recreational player limp, and then another limp. This is definitely a good hand to raise. So from out of position, we want to go 6 plus 1, so $1.75 here. And we get one caller. So I'm going to look at this as a 3-bet pot and go for a standard 1/3 sizing. We can get value from a lot of spades, straight draws, worse king. He just has a super wide range here, limp calling. And we take it down. Jack queen offsuit. This is close. I will open it. And as you can see, I am opening 3x in this game. A lot of stuff will say 2.5, 2.25. But it really doesn't matter. The EV difference you get with those type of sizings is extremely minimal. As long as you don't mix it up with your strong hands and your weak hands and adjust the sizings, you will be fine. Okay, so king 4-3. 6 of spades flush comes in. We got a caller from the big blind, so he's going to hit this a lot. But the flush card is a good card to keep barreling, so I'm going to go with another half pot bet. Alright, so I don't expect much folds here. I'm not balking anything. Even though I have queen high with no showdown value, just basically anything he called on the flop with at least has a straight now. A lot lot of kings he has might just have a spade, so I'm just gonna, oh, okay, king 9. He probably would have folded that. Oops, I timed out. Well, he would have folded the king 9 probably, but I'm a little surprised he called on the turn. For Doyle, I should have raised it for Doyle. Alright, ace-8 offsuit, easy steal from the small blind. 3-4 suited, oh, just a little too weak. I would like to raise this, but I'm trying to take this challenge seriously, so we'll let it go. Jack 7, cut off, it's too weak. Ace 9 suited, got some playability here. Alright, no one wants any action. Jack 10 offsuit. Let's go for the raise. And I don't know my ranges 100%. I played No Limit full time about 2.5 years ago, so I'm pretty rusty in this format. I think this is a fold. I'm trying to make this challenge as if you were just a working man and you wanted to make some money on the side, growing your bankroll with a $500 investment, getting better at the game, get you up to at least No Limit 200, where you can make some decent side money and have a good hobby. And by building this skill set, you'll be able to go play live poker and destroy basically 2-5 live. Alright, so 9-6 offsuit. Can't do much here, but I don't want to fold yet in case they just limp. Alright, so he raises. I'm going to fold. 3-8 suited in the cutoff. Let's let that go. Jack King. I think this is about the bottom. I can't remember if you open King 10 or not. I think Jack King's definitely an open. 5-4 offsuit. Can't do nothing with that. Queen 5 offsuit. That's not going to be an open. 6-5 suited. This is going to be a fun hand. Hopefully we get some action. Alright, so this is a good hand of 3-bet. Just click the pot. See what he does here. He's tanking and he lets it go. It's about 1:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so the table's action's a little slow right now. If I was playing in the evening, the tables would be a lot more live. 9 deuce suited, not going to do anything with that. 5-4 offsuit on the button, let that go. Queen 8 suited, I think I could open Queen 10 or Queen 9, maybe Queen 8's a little too loose. King 7 suited, alright, got some playability here. So I would 3-bet if he opens. So he just limps. But if he opened, I would 3-bet. I think at these small stakes, it's best to implement a 3-bet or fold strategy. You don't want to be cold calling. The rake is too high. But if you check us out at Street Poker Hub and join our Discord, I can get you a rakeback account, even on accounts like Ignition and Bovada, and all US facing sites. These accounts you wouldn't be able to get on your own signing up. You have to go through an affiliate to get the rakeback account. So if you're interested in that, check us out, streetpokerhub.com. We also have deals for all sites globally. Alright, so this board is good for me. This guy overcalled and this guy limped. I'm just going to go with a small bet. In position, C-bet, with equity and no showdown value. And oh, he raises. What? That's very weird. So he overcalled. What could he have here? It's raising. Alright, so I'm definitely priced in for a call. No point to shove. This guy's probably on some draw. This guy maybe has ace jack, jacks, eights. So we'll just call. Alright, so now he checks. I have no idea what this guy has. I think he would bet ace jack, ace eight. So is he trying to trap? Should I take the free card? I'm gonna go with the aggressive line and just bet. I could have just checked and saw a free card, but I think this is going to be more EV long term. Oh, and I hit the flush. Nice river. Alright, so just take a few seconds. Assuming he has a flush draw as well. He called a raise and a bet on the turn, so I think he's pretty strong here. And we get the snap call and take it down. Alright, good start for the day. I think a lot of people might check that back and try to get a free turn card, but I actually think that's a pretty big EV mistake. I think on the river it may be hard to get your full stack in that way, and the fold equity you get on the turn, just getting them to fold maybe a weak ace or a jack will really help your bottom line a lot more than being passive and taking a free card. Alright, jack deuce on the small blind. We're going to let this go. 8-5. Easy fold. Jack 4 offsuit. Let it go. So it's definitely softer to play regular tables. That way you can also use a HUD. But I'm doing this for the sake of video to get more hands in a smaller amount of time. And I also want to be able to get in hands for as if I had a full-time job. So I am a full-time poker player, but mainly I play Omaha now. So I'm doing this as a side mission. Just so if I worked 40 hours a week at a job, I think you could do exactly what I'm doing and get the amount of hands in. And within a few months, grow your bankroll from 500 to the several thousands and be able to play 1-2 online and crush 2-5 live with minimal investment and not wasting very much time in the solver. Just using smart analytical street poker, you know, play your opponents, don't worry about your frequencies too much. Alright, 10's on the button. Easy open. Alright, so my standard on everything is basically just a c-bet range. You can go either 1/4 or 1/3. This is an easy strategy to implement, and people at this stake up to like 100 or even 200 no limit are not going to be able to defend it very well. They have to call so wide to make a c-bet in position not profitable just to embed your entire range. So if we get a call, I'm just going to check this back and try to go to showdown. Oh, I guess I could bluff. Do I want to bluff him off a queen? I think I'm going to go for a bluff here. We'll go for a little overbet. Hopefully he'll fold some type of queen. Alright, there we go. My hand may have been good there as well. Alright, 5-8 offsuit under the gun. Let's let that go. 4-6 offsuit. Get rid of that. And I'm not sure how long I should make these videos, guys, so let me know in the comments. You like a 20-minute video, a 10-minute video that's just highlights, or a full 30 to 45-minute video? Let me know what you think. So it would be good to go 10 or 11 big blinds here. So what did I go? 9. I'm not used to playing these stakes, so I don't have my big blind in my mind set up properly. Running good so far today though. 8-10 suited from the small blind. It's possibly a 3-bet, but let's just go for the 3x this time. $35 offsuit, easy fold. Alright, this is not an open, but in honor of Doyle Brunson, I'm opening it. Respect to the GOAT. Legend in the game. Alright, we get that one through. This is too weak to open from the cutoff. 3-5 offsuit. 5-7 offsuit, easy fold. Yeah, guys, if you read online nowadays, you might think you have to memorize GTO to be able to beat these games, but that's not the case. Alright, so jacks in the cutoff is an open. It's good to know GTO pre-flop ranges, and you don't have to invest a ton of time to know these. And I even have these ranges for free at my Discord channel. You can see it in the comments. Join my Discord. Help me grow a community. I've got free charts, and I've got some other free goodies in there too. Alright, so we call 3-bet from the small blind. And in my Discord channel, it's all free. I'm not trying to sell you coaching or anything. I'm not a no limit coach. I'm just doing this to prove a point against GTO, and you don't have to buy GTO Wizard and spend a bunch of time drilling. So he goes for a really small bet. I'm tempted to just almost fold, but I think I have to call one. See what happens on the turn. They just don't 3-bet a lot in these games. So in GTO, yeah, it's a snap call, but like I'm really only beating ace queen here. And yeah, so I mean, I'm just gonna let it go. He's not gonna keep barreling nines. Maybe he has ace 10 suited, which is maybe probably one of the few hands I'm actually ahead of. So I'm gonna let this one go. Back to what I was saying, you can just execute a simplified strategy and beat these games. Because the reason is, no one is playing perfect GTO, not even the highest stakes guys. It's a myth. So a lot of these guys tries to execute this GTO strategy. Pause. Multi-way, I'll just check this and let it go. We don't really have any playability, no future room to improve. But back to what I was saying, no one can execute GTO perfectly, so these guys try to come execute GTO at these $25, $50, $100 games and just are burning money on fire. When if they could just execute a simpler strategy, they would be printing in these games. And there's still a lot of money to be made in online poker, especially on Bovada and Ignition. So queen 6 suited. This is kind of loose with this guy only having 50 big blinds, but we get it through. So for this first video, I'm just going to go for 25 minutes, so that's about 6 more minutes. 3-6, I think it's just a little too loose. Maybe I would raise 3-5 suited. 4-9, let's let that go. King 8 offsuit. I can defend this versus a small blind. Button, I'll fold if he raises. He looks like a recreational, so he'll limp. Recreational's too long. I'll just refer to them as fun players from now on. They're fun players. So you could call this if it was a little higher stakes, but since I'm going to go for the small, about 9 big blind. 3-bet in position. Like I said, I think at these stakes, it's best to just do 3-bet or fold. Same thing with live. Oh, he min clicks it back. I mean, we're so deep, I'm going to call If we were just 100 big blinds deep, I might even fold. I mean, he's just never bluffing, so yeah. And then we're just out of here versus a pot bet. 4-3. It's a pretty hand, but I'll let it go. But yeah, I was saying, and even at live poker, I mean, at 1-2 and 2-5, you can basically just 3-bet or fold instead of cold calling. There's some occasions you can cold call in position, but if you're starting out, just 3-bet or fold strategy, you will print in live poker. Do 7. And if you want to check out some of my other videos that don't incorporate this bankroll challenge, I did 2 videos where I played 100% of hands, and one video where I had to see the flop no matter what and ended up punting off like 3 stacks. So those are just for entertainment value. It ended up costing me a little more money than I thought on the second one because I thought I ended up having to call a few all-ins pre-flop with some trash. Alright, so kings, second best hand in the game. Let's go for our re-raise. I should have maybe gone a little bigger, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so good board. So 3 bets, and I'm doing the same kind of thing. You can just bet about quarter pot, and you will be fine. Just c-betting range quarter pot. The guys at these stakes don't check raise enough. I mean, don't raise enough, and you can just get so much value. All right, so now we got the flush coming in. I'm actually gonna check. I don't think I can get a ton of value here. All right, so what can I do? I'm actually not sure what to do here, so I'm kind of just guessing. I'm just gonna go for a half pot. I thought about just overbetting, but I think he's pretty weak here once he checks the turn. So I'm trying to target their range, and I think he had a weak range, so I bet small because I don't think he would have called a big bet. So I'll go for the 3-bet here. This is probably not GTO ranges. This is a little loose, but it's got good playability. All right, we get 4-bet. So this is super strong from this guy. He should maybe have like 10s plus, ace queen suited plus, but we have such a good hand and we're in position, so I'm gonna call. All right, so that's a pretty good flop. I don't think I'm folding. Should I raise? What will fold if I raise? Ace king, ace queen. I'm gonna just call. Alright, so 13. Now I'm even losing the ace queen, but I've got what? 8 outs. I've got an 8, a 7, I think. So I think I have just enough to call. So I will call. Okay, and he did hit the ace queen, so it's just an unlucky turn. I'll pull up the EV on that hand at the end of this video through my database and see if I made the correct call on the turn. So 9-10 suited, good open from under the gun. So usually in 3-way, multi-way, you want to check, but it's not really a hand I want to check call. And I'm okay check folding if they raise, so I will bet. This guy's sandwiched in this position. It's tough for him. All right, and we hit the dream card. So what's his range? I think he's got a lot of flush draws here. So I'm just gonna go pot. I think I can get a call from a flush draw with pot. Okay. Well, that was easy. And so he goes for the value bluff. Alright, so I'll just ride out these big blinds. I mean, this last round of hands to my big blind, and then I'll call it a video. And I'll have a short wrap up at the end. So stick around if you want to see how much exactly I made, what my EV was, if that was a good call, how much rake I paid, and how much rakeback I got using a rakeback account that you can get if you come check out my Discord at streetpokerhub.com. The Discord is in the comments. So beautiful hand to see bet, opening a straight flush draw. We got a caller, we got a weaker player. Okay, the ace is really good card for us. It hits us a lot more than him. So I'm gonna go for another pot size bet here. I think he might fold some higher flush draws here. Maybe, okay, so he called. So yeah, I'm gonna go for a 2/3 on the river. We have no showdown value, even though he called twice. I mean, we have all the aces, ace king, ace queen, ace jack, so we definitely have room to put some bluffs in there. I mean, he'll call with an ace, but he might fold a 10, even queen jack, king jack. So that's, oh, and he raises, wow. Well, obviously we can't call, but surprising to see that raise there. And just in that type of situation, just so you guys know, river raises are basically never bluffs from like 500 online and below. It's like 7% total. They're almost never bluffing, so you can extremely overfold getting raised on the river to exploitatively print. I've got more MDA stuff too. If you want to learn more about that stuff for free, join my Discord. It's brand new. We don't have a lot of members, but I got free ranges, free MDA, even some free coaching strategy videos that I'll let you guys have. Alright, so we get led into for quarter pot, or maybe not even quarter pot. I can't count, but small, one big blind, and now we just let it go. Alright guys, that's it. Check out the wrap up. Alright guys, here's the breakdown of my session today. I played 75 hands. I won $16.08. And an important thing here is you can see my rakeback. So rakeback, I got $9.20. So this really adds up over time. I played for 25 minutes total. So you can play 25 no limit zone, and let's just say make 15 an hour just in rakeback. So adding the rakeback is huge if you're learning and trying to build your bankroll online. Let's take a look in that hand. So here's the 8-7. Let me remove this. So we called the 4-bet, and on the flop we were a significant favorite here. He calls. I could have jammed, but I think I would have just only folded out better hands and only got called by overpairs, so I think calling is fine. It gives us the potential to bluff on turns. And when the queen hits, we're getting almost 3-1, so I need 25% to call here. And as you can see above the 7-8, my win percentage is 29.5, so I actually did have the equity to make this call by almost 5%. So it was a good call, and we did unfortunately lose. He spiked the queen on the turn. Alright, so that wraps up the session. Let me know in the comments what you think. Did I make any punts? Could I have been more aggressive? Do you like the long video? Would you rather have a short video with highlights for this bankroll challenge? And also help me by joining my Discord and helping me grow my community. Everything's free. We have free ranges. I can help you get set up with a rakeback account. We have some free MDMA stuff where I can help you with simplified strategies. So join my Discord community or check us out at streetpokerhub.com.